Good afternoon, almost the evening actually. Time now for a little update, give you a little card reading for the week. These are some new cards I haven't used before, Astrology reading cards. I actually used these in development actually, but first my lovely partner Marion gave me these, so we're going to actually use these tonight. So see how we go. What do we all need to know for our highest good, as they say? So, without further ado, hope you're all enjoying the rather salubrious weather out there. It's rather nice, isn't it? Okay, first one we got the sixth house, and you know, it's pretty prevalent what's going on here. It's the body. I mean, this just tells us we need to look after our bodies more, and it's a lot of us, and we're all guilty of it. We can kind of like get a little bit slack and think like, oh, I really can't be bothered today, let's exercise tomorrow or whatever. But I mean, you can see her there, she's doing a nice big yoga pose there, reaching up to the stars. It's kind of important that we exercise all aspects of ourselves. Now, I'm not telling you to go boot camp or anything silly like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was a time when I would have done. I would have trained quite hard when I was younger, and not that long ago I used to train 4 or 5 times a week at karate. But these days, them days are gone now. You know, it's fair play. But we still need to keep ourselves, you know, moving, fit, because otherwise, what happens? Your energy, you sit in a chair all day, and you kind of just become stuck. Your energy gets blocked, and that's where we get weight problems, circulation problems, everything else. So it's important to move. Now, as I said, there are scales of movement, but as long as you work, so I'm going to say to you, I'm not going to nag you, but I also try and find a movement plan that works for you, as opposed to sort of going down the gym, working hard, and then feeling absolutely knackered, you can't be bothered anymore. But even if it's a walk in the woods or whatever, at least you're moving. So it's imperative that we move. That's what I'm being drawn to there. And then we get a nice shiny light about us. It goes, obviously it goes for the mind as well. We've got to exercise the mind. Meditation's great for that, but also, you know, something just to get it working. It's the old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. Kind of like that energy as well. So yeah, but it is more on the body for sure. So yeah, work those bodies, people, in a way that's appropriate for you. Okay, next up. Okay, where am I going to this time? Oh, that was a house card. This is a planet card. Look at all these little... I'm not really into my astrology as such. I mean, obviously I do certain paths I follow, but astrology is something that is fascinating. Having said that, I've got this lovely little astrology chart at the back, as you know. What have we got? Oh, we got Saturn. Saturn's kind of cool. Interestingly, I mean, okay, I know he's not reading a book here, but because it's actually making a wall. But I am seeing it as he's reading a book. Now I had the body one first, so this time we are working on the mind, and the mind is building a wall of knowledge. That's what he's doing. He's getting a wall of knowledge. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes, you know, obviously walls are meant to keep things out, but it's also to get things in. But to me, this is him building up his own little like house of knowledge, and houses have walls, of course. That's kind of what we've got. So this is almost like stimulating the mind. Reading's a brilliant way of doing that. You know, reading. Now, I'm not saying you should just stand there reading spiritual books or reference books or whatever. Read some stories. Read some works of creativity, fiction. Really get that mind going. And if you want to write, why not write as well? Because what I'm kind of getting on there is, it's like, you know, stimulating the mind. So it's no coincidence that the kind of body come out first, and then we get in the mind. As I say, I know some people say, oh, he's putting a brick in the wall. Yeah, okay, Pink Floyd moment. But also, to me, that is he's reading. He's reading and he's reading his built wall of knowledge. So go with that one for us. That's what we've got. It's got Saturn apparently, but there we go. We're getting our rings. So of course Saturn's got the rings, hasn't it? The rings of knowledge. There you go. Okay, and last but not least, let's get the last one out of the way. What have we got for us all? Another house card. And we got the first house. Oh, beware ego. That's what's coming out to me there. And this is our kind of like shadow side coming forward for me. It's like standing up there, and we could be doing fine. He could be doing great. Everything's hunky-dory, and suddenly our ego mind suddenly says, "Oh, you know what? I want to do this. I want to do that." Why they're not doing what they should be doing there? They're mucking up. They're messing you around, and suddenly it starts getting in your head. And this is where we get the old self-sabotage come in. So obviously we all need ego. Ego is important. It's imperative to our survival. So people say, "I haven't got an ego." Well, if they haven't, they're dead, basically. You must have ego. But the thing is, we must keep it in control. Do not let ego run the show. You know, because I see this, and I've said this before with, because obviously I work in the old spiritual line, so to speak, with healings and readings, and you see someone saying like, "I am the greatest healer ever." It's like I say, the Muhammad Ali's of healings and readings. We've all got gifts. Everyone's exactly the same. It's just that some of us may be in tune a little bit more, whatever. But don't ever let anyone say, "Oh, I'm a brilliant healer reader." You know, it's like that. That is ego coming in, screaming. You know, you never do that. I prefer people, but myself, the more humble people, the more quieter ones that approach you, and then they're the ones with empathy. That's who I'm always drawn to. But beware of those with the with the old trap going, "Oh, I'm doing this, I can do that. Oh, please turn it off. I'm not listening." But as I digress, this is more our daily lives, and for all of us, we can be masters of our own self-sabotage. That's the ego's the one that says, "You can't do that. You're not good enough," or it says, or go the opposite. "You can do that easily. That's not a problem." You know, and then arrogance comes in. So we have to balance the books. We have to balance the books, and it's like acknowledging ego when it comes in with us. It's okay. I'll listen to you, but I'm going to work with what's good for me, and that's where you trust your old gut instinct, because that's not ego. That's from inside you. So just beware of ego. So a quick little recap. Take care of the old body for me. Get reading, or work that mind, and just be aware of that little voice in your head there you know is no good for you. Someone called it like the old imp on the shoulder. So visualise that little imp and dusting him off. Or someone said even said putting sellotape across his mouth so he can't nag you so much. So acknowledge them, send them love, and be on the way. Okay, that's all for now. If you like what you're hearing here, please share the message. If you're on Facebook, like and share this message for me so the word gets out there, so we can all benefit from what they've been telling me out there, or not. And if you can give me some feedback, that'd be fabulous, because I like to basically that I'm being seen. A better word. Okay, and if there's any ideas you'd like, put them down there. I'm always versatile, open to new thoughts and suggestions. On that note, I bid you all adieu. Have a wonderful week, whatever you're doing, and goodbye for now.